So today I'm going to be talking about all of my favorite products from the month of April. A couple of disclaimers. I only have a couple products to talk about, so this should be a short video. Disclaimer number 2, I sincerely apologize for my hair. So let's try and get past that and let's talk about the products that I've been loving this month. So the first thing I want to talk about is this bad boy right here. I believe I spoke about this briefly in my video where I talked about the minimal makeup routine that I've been doing recently. This is the Hawaiian Tropic Silk Hydration Face Oil-Free Lotion Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I bought this last summer before I took a trip back home. I knew I was going to spend a lot of time camping and in the sun and everything, so I just picked up the first facial sunscreen I saw. The reason why I love this is it smells fantastic. It smells like summer. It's SPF 30. And I also find that the texture of it makes it a really good primer. It's not meant for priming. It doesn't make my makeup last longer that I notice at all. But the way that it sort of dries to a little bit of like a tacky finish, it's not sticky or anything, but it really helps makeup adhere to your face. So I have this on my face right now. I've been using this when I'm doing a full face. I've been using this when I'm doing just my minimal makeup look. It smells good. It's protection from the sun, and makeup lays really nicely on top of it. So this is what I've been using recently to wash my face. I got this on Amazon. It was like 18 bucks, I think. This right here is the box that it came in. It's the Hailicare. Is that how you say that? Hailicare Face Cleanser Massager. It's got this little plug back here for you to charge it, which I haven't had to charge it yet, and I've had it for well over a month. It's basically a tool to cleanse your face. It's got an on button. Can you hear it? And then it's got a little plus and a minus so that you can make it stronger, less strong, all that good stuff. I've been using this to wash my face for about a month and a half, and my face feels so soft when I'm done washing my face. If something can get deeper to clean my face than my fingers or a cognac sponge, then I don't know why I wouldn't try it, especially since a lot of face cleansing tools are expensive. I believe that this is supposed to be a dupe for the Foreo, which I am not spending $200 on a face cleansing tool. That's why I don't have the Clarisonic, because it's too expensive and I'm worried that it might sort of irritate my face. If you don't know, I have cystic acne issues, and this is not too harsh for me to use twice a day. I wash my face at least once a day. Sometimes I cheat and I only do it once, but most days I wash my face twice a day, every single day, and this is not too harsh for that for me. I don't find that I have sensitive skin. At first I thought I didn't really love the shape of it because I thought it might be hard to kind of get into like the crevices of my face, and I was really only worried about around my nose, but it's a good shape because it gets thin here, so you can just get right up in there. So I've been using this every single day for almost 2 months now, and I have really been loving it, and I highly recommend it as long as you don't have sensitive skin. And if you've been eyeing the Foreo or any of those other expensive dupes out there or whatever, I would go and try this one first just because it's a lot cheaper. It's kind of bittersweet talking about this. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that my all-time favorite foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I love that foundation because it's so full coverage, and it's very matte. A little bit of a satin matte finish. There are a few things I don't like about that foundation, however. That foundation sinks into my pores around here, especially if I don't use a pore filling primer, and it really sinks into my smile lines here. I don't know what made me want to pick this up, but I did. And I have tried this before. I had this maybe a year ago, and I didn't like it because it wasn't full enough coverage for me. I really like full coverage. But I recently picked it up again and I applied it and fell in love with the finish. I just love the way that this makes my skin look. It's not so thick and matte that it looks like it's sitting on top of the skin and like sucking the life out of your face. It's a really nice satin matte finish. Did I even say what this is? It's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I'm in the shade 110, which is the lightest shade that I could find anyway. I also really like using these in conjunction with each other. There are things that I do and don't like about both of them, so they kind of even each other out. This one is full coverage, this one is not. This one sinks into my pores, this one does not. I have like neutral to warm undertones, and this foundation is way too cool tone for me. It looks pink on my face, so when I mix the two, because this one's warm, and so I can sort of like add more of the warm tone foundation or less of the pink tone foundation to sort of find my perfect shade. In my opinion, these two foundations are a little match made in heaven for my skin type. So this is what I'm wearing on my skin right now alone. You can totally still see my imperfections, my acne peeking through, so it's definitely not full coverage, but it's full enough coverage. I also didn't spot conceal, so you could get more coverage out of spot concealing, but I didn't want to alter the finish of this foundation because I just think it looks so beautiful and skin-like. This one's also quite a bit more matte than this one, so when you mix the two, it's a beautiful sort of satin matte finish. Another plus side with this one versus this one is like 12 or 13 bucks and this one's only like 6-ish, I think. So I do wear them both on their own. I do love them both on their own, but the combination of them together is my favorite. So this is the Colourpop blending brush. I decided to pick this up when they were recently doing like a free shipping on any orders, because usually you have to spend like 30 bucks I think to get free shipping. And I've been wanting this brush, but I wasn't gonna spend $6 on a brush and then pay almost that for shipping. So when they announced that they were doing the little free shipping promo, I picked this up right quick. I love this brush. They sort of created a line of brushes to go with their Super Shock shadows because they're sort of a little bit difficult to work with because they're sort of like a creamy, bouncier texture. I've never had an issue with them. I really love those Super Shock shadows, whether or not they're shimmer or matte. But with the mattes, you might have to sort of really build it up in your crease with a fluffy brush because of its texture. So they created these brushes to make applying their Super Shock shadows easier. And I picked up the blending brush and I love this for any and all eyeshadow. It's the perfect shape so that on the tip it's precise enough to get right up in the crease, but it's fluffy enough to blend it out. So what I do is I'll put my crease color right on the tip of the brush and then I'll put it in my crease this way and apply it back and forth, and then when I want to blend it I'll flip it on its side so that it's thicker, you know, wider, and then blend it out like that. I also love that it's flat enough that you can apply your lid shade with it if you wanted to. That's what I did today. I used this brush for my entire eye look. To me, this is the perfect multitasking brush because of its shape. It's precise enough, but it's flat enough, but it's fluffy enough. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but I think it's perfect. I do love it with their Super Shock shadows. I love it with all shadows. I love it. I love it. And that's it. That completes my unbelievably short and sweet April favorites. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos of mine, and I will see you guys next time.